you believe it? Never had a lesson in my life. Great music playing. I should be a music teacher. I should be going on concert. Don't quit my day job, you say? Okay, I'll stick to the art part. Anyway, besides all my music career being washed down to the sink, let's talk about art. This is part 3 of the color series here, and it's going to be really short. I'm going to tell you about 3 different color schemes. I'm going to show you some pictures over here. So let me zoom into my magic screen. Okay, this is my first one. The color scheme I'm talking about is going to be complementary. Now, I'm going to go back in just a minute about complementary. Complementary are... Oh, that's my dog. That's okay. He's making some complimentary comments on my color schemes. Complementary is when you have opposite colors in your picture. For instance, with this picture here, Vincent van Gogh's picture, he has 2 sets of complementary colors. He has yellow and purple, they're opposites, and he has blue and orange right there. Those are opposites. So blue and orange, yellow and purple, or yellow and violet, they're complementary. Okay, and the next, here's another Vincent van Gogh one of a pool room where you have green and red, and you have violet and yellow, and then you're going to have a little bit of blue and orange. So there's a lot of opposites going on here, complementary colors. Okay, now Georgia O'Keeffe did not, and she did, this picture I chose was called Analogous Color Schemes. Analogous, meaning they are neighbors on the color wheel. For instance, you have blues, greens, and yellows. Those are neighbors, and I'm going to show you a color wheel in just a minute, but those are neighbors on the color wheel. And she did another picture here where there are neighbors on the color wheel, which are yellows, greens, and blues. If you can think of that rainbow, the direction of rainbow colors, yellow and blue make green. Let me back up a little bit. Here, analogous, neighbors. You have yellows, greens, and blues. Yellow and blue make green. Those are neighbors. Then the third color scheme is going to be monochromatic. This picture here is by Pablo Picasso, and it was in his blue period where everything was like blues. And because he was very sad, a friend of his had died, and he was very, very sad, so he painted all his pictures very sad looking in blues. And here's a monochromatic picture. Now you might say, hey, I see some brown and maybe some black, but actually there's no black, it's just a dark blue. Browns, blacks, and grays and whites are neutral colors, so they don't really work into the color scheme. So the only colors here are just blues. So that's monochromatic. Now if my cameraman will zoom out a little bit and zoom over here to my color wheel so you can see me and my color wheel. Okay? And the color wheel is the order of the rainbow. You have red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and violet. Now, to back up, if you're going to do opposites, think of your, if you're living on a cul-de-sac, an area where there's houses around like this. Okay, some of you know what a cul-de-sac is. It's like a dead-end street where you just kind of have a circle of houses. So if you have if you're living in the red house here, the opposite house would be green. So those are called opposites, complementary colors. So if you live in the orange house, the opposite house would be blue. So if you use that in your color scheme, that would be complementary. So let's change it up. If you live in a yellow-orange house, the opposite would be blue-violet. So if you use yellow-orange and blue-violet, that's called complementary. Now, analogous are your neighbors. For instance, if I chose yellow to be my main color, I could use orange and green. Those are my neighbors. Of course, I can use yellow, green, and yellow, orange as well. But let's say if I use green as my main color, then I can use green, yellow, and blue. That's analogous. It doesn't have to do with warm or cool. It's who is neighbors on your color wheel. And then the last one is monochromatic, meaning mono, meaning one, chromatic, color, meaning you can choose one color and you only add white or black to make that color darker or lighter, like I showed you before. So those are the three color schemes we're going to be talking about, or we have talked about. And this is your assignment. You may have to look at this video again to go back over it. I want you to choose some color schemes and do a picture. But remember, when you do a picture, you need to fill in the whole picture. Don't leave big empty white spaces. Everything has to be filled in, and don't leave it with big empty spaces. Put some more detail. Think about it. Make it more. Remember, we talked about lines and shapes, and get a lot of lines and shapes involved. Make it more interesting. Plan your picture out. Do a sloppy copy of it. Think about it. Ask some opinions, and then color it in. And choose either complementary colors, or analogous colors, or monochromatic colors. Do the best you can. Have fun with it. Remember, if you're not having fun, you're not doing it right. So the next 3 videos I'm doing after this one video is going to show you how to do a complementary picture. Another picture will show you how to do an analogous picture. And then the third video will be a monochromatic picture. So be looking forward for those next 3 videos on color schemes. See you later. Have fun.